affordable housing so people don't have to borrow money from the bank. You shouldn't have to borrow $200,000 or $150,000 from the bank and owe them for 30 years. And it's not good for the economy on the ground because all that money that you have to pay that bank every month, which is the majority of most people's income, goes to the bank. It goes out of our community. And we need cheap houses, relaxed building codes to bring the cost of houses down. So anyway, I hope, and that's it on that. And then, so then the other issue that political groups, these are just the local political groups. Mark's not here, Dan's not here to talk about the Constitutional Convention. He's in Honolulu working on that. But what happened with redistricting? Now, I don't know if you guys know what redistricting is, but every 10 years they do redistricting where they have the census and they redivide the lines from council districts. So they worked on it for months and months and months, and they drew these new lines. I'm going to pull this up and read it to you in a minute. But so they drew all these new lines. They worked on this, and it was pretty good. They had Anishi and Yoshimoto were going to have to run against each other because they gave Puna 2 districts now. You guys up there got a district, and we got a district. So Puna's going to have 2 councilmen now. And then you still got Ka'u and all these other things. But they squeezed out one of the Hilo ones, and those 2 guys that are some of the worst council members that we have for the kind of things that we want, we're going to have to run against each other. So the last minute, Onishi sent a bunch of emails and did all this stuff with the unions, and they moved the line a mile. So now Takeda's retiring, so Nishi's going to Takeda's district and not going to have to run against her. So anyway, Friday, the redistricting commission is going to have a meeting on this. They were ordered to have a meeting because of gerrymandering. So there was a criminal, what they're saying is there was some criminal stuff that went on with this. It was illegal. What Anishi did and what the unions did was illegal. They're not allowed to tamper with the commission. It's an independent commission. So it's at 1:30 on Friday, and we can all go down there and testify about this. And it's an important thing. This is the kind of thing that's been going on in Hawaii County since I've been here for 30 years. It's the same power brokers in there. And, you know, we need to go down there and call them out and see what they're going to have to say. So it's 1:30. Friday, County Council building, and it's not a County Council hearing. I'm wrong about that. It's I talked to the guy earlier. It's a redistricting. It's the redistricting commission, and there's 3 guys on there that were involved with that. Anyway, all of that stuff is going to be talked about there, so you're going to get to hear about all of it. And I'm going to read you just a little bit here about what went on, because I have all of the emails. I got an inside guy that sent me all of this stuff. And I just gotta pull it up, and then I'm done. That's all I got. So again, I'm gonna try and post this as much as I can, and this is just like what we're doing in the political action. It takes me a minute to get this on. If you guys want to talk about something else for a minute, it's gonna take me a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of the legal workgroup, you want to talk about?
I had a few other items for politics, but we can come back to it if you want. As far as constitutional conventions, I don't think I've found any controversy in the group with the issue of potentially holding a state constitutional convention if there's any state constitutional issues we need to change. We haven't come up with any, but it didn't seem to be an issue of controversy, and I'd just like to know from the General Assembly if there is any controversy around a state or do you need more information, or what can we do to help get an actual large within the politics working group decision about state opposition to them, favor of them, or do we need to just develop issues, or what's your sentiment? Because that's kind of where we are. We just put it as a more common. Okay. Pursue, and I would recommend if we're going to pursue it that we clarify what issues we want to pursue.
True, but just getting it to kick it off in itself, you know.
Okay.
That's going to be the battle. The main issue right there.
There's some more stuff coming in on this, so I'm going to have to read it, but here's the email I got. It says, I would invite everyone to attend and testify Friday, December 16th at 1:30 p.m. Hilo Council Chambers in regards to last-minute changes to the Redistricting Commission concerning the district boundaries of District 2 and 3. Now, this is the email I'm going to send out to everybody. With last-minute changes to the redistricting boundaries, this will move District 2 by 1 mile, allowing Councilman Jay Yoshimoto, who would now reside in the new District 2, to run in the termed-out Councilman Donald Hita's district. Ikeda would term out next year, and Freshman Nishi does not want to be in the same district running against Yoshimoto. And so Nishi's email sent out to support pleading with them to ask Redistricting Commission to reconsider the district lines they had just a few days before set. Of the 30 letters in support of Anishi's email concerning, this is the way things work in County of Hawaii. Of the 30 letters in support of Anishi's email message concerning his redistricting position, 15 of the letters came from the same fax number, a union office. The letters were basically all the same form letters. Most of the signatures of the letter were illegible as to not be able to identify the writer. It was not even known that these were actual people. Were they even actual people or just straw men? Who even lived in, or if they even lived in District 2, 3, or 5. And the next 15 letters conveniently had the return fax numbers cut off, which is illegal, I think, too. So the type of alleged gerrymandering is appalling, where an incident would not follow the possible spirit and ethics of how our elections and voting laws are to be followed and enforced. These are also questions on whether county, state, and federal law have been violated, and Anishi will be asked by County Council Chairman Dominic Egon to produce the email Anishi sent out to rally support to his protest of the redistricting lines. We want all the 99% of the people to come out and ask why our council members allowed to attempt to, 1, influence the redistricting process, and 2, discredit and change the process of the one man, one vote philosophy. So that's a rough email, and that kind of tells you what happened. So, I mean, basically, they just tried to pull a last-minute thing like they always do, and they get away with this all the time, but I think they got caught, and I hope we can get a good turnout. That's it, I'm done.
What time on
1:30 in the afternoon. And I want to just say, this is the kind of stuff I'm working on, and that's why I don't do a lot of this other stuff that you guys are talking about, because this is what I like, and this is what I do.
And you do it well. Where is it?
The County Council Chambers, you know where that is?
Right there.
The main County Council.
You'll be right nearby next day.
Oh, there you go.
So, if you're finished with your reporting out on politics.
I'm done, yes.
Okay. So, State Concom, you said yes, go ahead and pursue. I'll get together some information. There's sort of a movement also to do a national Concom. And I'd like to get some feedback and decision from the group. We really haven't made a decision in the politics group. We just kind of have been working on how does that get triggered, as a process of informing you guys. So we can petition our state to. What? Go ahead.
I just feel like we should test the politics group.
You think we should?
Get our stuff together before it's
Okay. I just really wanted to read. I'm just asking for direction from the GA about whether that's something they want us to pursue. That's more.
It's something that I am pursuing. So y'all can come along if you like, just like she's going to do her clean elections, whether you all agree or not. So we're pursuing this. Dan met with a constitutional lawyer on Oahu today. We're working on this. So it would be really nice to work with the group, because we'd really like to have you all's idea on what you want for issues. We can do anything. We can do anything, and we'd like to have some direction from the local folks. So I vote we do Concon. Second?
I can live with it. I do want to definitely flesh out issues for sure.
I'd like to talk about her issues too.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can do that in a group.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what that group's for. Okay.
Well, I guess real work group, you know, we're gonna do the last, I think the last year, but Friday before that, you know, when I was school, we used down and we were, that was a lot of fun. You know, kind of looking forward, you know, more people participating, finding different areas that we like to go and pull weeds, you know, and get different supplies, different plants and different trees going, you know, but it's all the same two people doing it all the time. Yeah, it would be nice to get other people going. The day after the
Should we talk about agenda items for next PTA? Saturday? Okay. Chance? Be on there?
talk about fun stuff.
Maybe we can just talk about the chance. Maybe we should just break up into our work groups.
I'd actually like to know, one item I'd like to put on there is, we've created a whole bunch of work groups and it seems like we're empty placeholders right now. What do we do with that? Well, the stuff that's online is a reflection of what, an agreement that we made at GA. So the two should mirror each other.
There was no.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
A lot of those three of those really became a work group. Like you can't make it a real work group. That was the rest of them kind of like dissipated, like outreach for a few weeks. Media still around. The outreach.
It seems to me like we have three work groups: media, camp, politics, and then there's this like large event thing that gets defined 47 different ways depending on who's defining it. But we really need a work group for that because that's what people want to do. You know, if we want to do a protest and coordinate it with, you know, the folks on the mainland on the day they're doing it for the reason they're doing it, we have to coordinate that amongst ourselves. I mean, I presented the port thing every single week for 3 weeks in a row, and it didn't get any attention until last week when the new guy said it. So now we have a port thing. And so I quick got as many, you know, contacts out as I could. We got listed with Tacoma and Seattle and all that last night. I mean, we could have been on the poster 3 weeks ago. We could have been on the poster 4 days ago if we had 4 days more lead time. So I'm really frustrated about spending an hour talking about an event that nobody goes to. That didn't happen. We've spent 2 GAs on that bowling alley thing now.
Carrie, something that you and I touched briefly on that subject too is like direct actions nationally typically don't come back to the GA. The direct action work group is pretty much empowered to go and make things happen when people want to make it happen. I think that's a real efficient model for us to follow as long as
Over it.
meet some general guidelines, like it's a non-violent event. To me, that's good. You guys, whatever you want to do, I'm for it. Get it going and get people involved in it. Don't waste time coming to GAs with it. No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm just gonna say, I feel like each work group will kind of come with their own event. Like, this is kind of an event, so this is kind of council meeting. They'll come as they will. I mean, we have an event on Saturday.
But in order for him to get people to his event proposed by the politics work group, it kind of has to go through the whole group. Otherwise, he's only going to have the politics people show up every single time.
Well, that's why you posted it, right?
Yeah.
I'm sending the email right now to every email address that I have. That's what I'm doing right now. I've got about 20
Email.
25, but I'd like to have more.
Fucking hate email.
Did I say something wrong?
Fucking hate it. But okay. I'll check it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to charter us, like if we've got something like that to just go for it, that's fine. I think we can take that on. It's just, other than direct action, I see this as a little bit different than direct action. This is like going and providing testimony and really getting ourselves in the legal process. That's why.
But Sherry Joy or Noelle or somebody that's not here might want to do that
Yeah.
with them. And there's no way to trigger that
I got
announcement right now.
address today.
So we-
Noelle, by the way, called me after the second GA and told me she was going to the mainland for 3 weeks. So I
just
don't.
talked to her today.
Yeah, I don't know why she's a quitter because she was. What?
Just got back.
Yeah. So she reported to me that she was going to be gone.
It was at the Sunday. Well, when I talked to her today, she was concerned about the sovereignty things, what she said was, and she said it was too late, she couldn't come tonight. So I don't think she's out of it, but she gave me her email address, and I put her on the email.
And on Monday, we're just starting the phone tree, so we could have an alternative to that. Ethan?
Well, all I was going to say was that maybe since we were talking about the next agenda, that we could actually use one of the things as redefining our work groups so that we're able to pinpoint the work groups that work. We have to remember that we have there are a few main work groups that really go really well, like the Let's Grow Hawaii. That's going well. There's media, there's politics, there's encampment. You're going to have GA, facilitation. All those things are going to be there. They may not be there right now, but you don't want to get rid of them right away because you're not talking about them. You still want to have the ability to have those things right there. And there are also some people that aren't here that would like to still have their work groups, like Marcus, who would love to have his sustainability and his food production, and then which is a totally different group is the Let's Grow Hawaii. And they're totally different things. But then they lump in together, but they're two totally different things.
Alright, are we all good? I've got a little rough agenda here next time.
One more thing. We have to put donations on the agenda. We've taken in money. I have $1. It's official. Yeah, I have $1.
You should set up, put on the agenda the finance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Something like that.
Finance work group.
Money, donations, finances, all that.
I remember that.
She's in here. But she could probably start coming. She would do it.
Something else on our agenda that I think is really important that we should probably look at trying to put together is our mission statement. And that would be a really great agenda thing for everybody to be able to look at and think about, but also think about tonight, about the things that you'd like to see a part of that.